Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I'm Kelly Stewart, at Kelly in Vegas on Twitter, joined by Gianni the Greek, at Greek_covers. How many times have I had to say that? _gambler, at Greek_gambler. You guys got me all screwed up today. And Mr. Tony Finn, most winning baseball handicapper at WagerTalk, so he decided to wear a baseball jersey for you guys today. All right, Mr. Finn, I'm going to start with you.
Yes.
Preseason top 25. Doing college football, number 18, Iowa. Kirk Ferentz is back for his 38th season as head coach. Season win total, 7.5. A little juice to the over, -130. Talk to me about the Hawkeyes.
Just a little caveat, just a little reference I think you'll like, that you will like personally. And I wonder sometimes where Iowa would be had they hired a coach that ended up leaving to go to Kansas State instead.
Yes.
And Friends is a good coach, but this is a guy that's been there 20 years now. Believe it or not, I think he's the fifth, has the fifth most wins ever in the Big Ten, which is saying something for a guy who, you ask the average weekend warrior.
Who he is.
They don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't know. A lot of that has to do with his scheme. I think it's up, down, it's inconsistent, it's never the same year to year.
You mentioned Bill Snyder.
Yeah.
He's similar to Bill in the fact that his offense is very vanilla.
Very, but this was K-State that Bill Snyder went to.
Yes,
the losingest program ever in the history of college football. And what he did there, imagine what he could have done in the Big Ten, in a recruiting area like Iowa. I just always wonder, wonder what, we would know where K-State would be if he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be non-existent.
No, it would be, yeah.
And I wouldn't be here.
Stanley, quarterback.
Okay.
We're going to be the all-time leading passer. Most people know who Stanley is.
Right. VR and I talked about this earlier.
Right.
We're sitting at the Westgate doing some other stuff, and I said, remind me the kid's name again. And he goes, he's back from last year. I'm like, yeah, but he didn't do anything memorable enough to where off the top of my head I could think of who he was.
So for 5,000 yards is a lot of passing yards at Iowa, and that's what he's thrown for in the last couple of years, I believe. Here's the problem with Iowa, and when you guys were talking about 7.5 being, I would probably lean to the under in that. It's a very, very difficult conference for a guy who's lost probably the two most important players on that team. They were the two tight ends. Two very, very good tight ends, NFL tight ends. And they have a tight end right now on the roster that's got one pass.
Oh, wow.
They have three running backs that are good running backs, and none of them average over 5 yards a carry. So what do you do when you're in a league with...
At some point in time, he has to adjust, right?
Well, you would think so. But will he?
All right, VR. Plead your case with this Iowa team. This is interesting. Tony makes a good point about the Big Ten being such a tough conference.
If it was 8, I'd bet under. 7.5 is a great number. They did put out a really good number, and some just aren't bettable. They should have had even a better record last year. I mean, they ended 9-4, won the Outback Bowl, but they only had one loss of more than 6 points. I mean, they lost some really tight games, but this year their schedule is just so tough. They're at Michigan, they're at Wisconsin, they're at Nebraska, they're at Northwestern, even their non-conference, they're at Iowa State. So the schedule is a lot tougher this year. And what Tony touched on, they're replacing NFL caliber talent. You're losing your tight ends. They're losing the best defensive back, top 10 at least in the Big Ten. So they've lost a lot of parts, and their defensive line's gone. I mean, the only thing, you got that senior quarterback, probably a better running game and a solid offensive line, but I don't know. I don't like it. I'd have to bet under.
Okay.
And a quarterback that is 9-9 in conference play, throwing for the yards he's thrown for.
So we don't think Iowa's going to be in the top 25 for
No, I don't. I'm surprised they're in there.
Me too. Me too.
All right. Great stuff, guys. $2 Tuesday. Every Tuesday, get the hottest handicapper's best bet for just $2 at both WagerTalk.com and our sister site, SportsMemo.com.